You're welcome back to the news right here. And the conversation tonight is centered around the ex-minister Uche Nnaji saying that his resignation is not an admission of guilt. Well, former Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology Uche Nnaji has said that his resignation from office was certainly not an admission of guilt, and he resigned on Tuesday following the controversies surrounding his certificate said to have been obtained from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, which is UNN Enugu State, as well as his National Youth Service Corps discharge certificate. Now, in a statement on Tuesday night, Nnaji admitted that the decision to resign from his position did not come lightly. He said, and I quote, "My decision to step aside is therefore a personal choice, not an admission of guilt, but rather a principled decision to respect the sanctity of due process and to preserve the integrity of the judicial proceedings currently before the court. In the end, justice will prevail and history will vindicate the just," he says, unquote. Now, the former minister also claimed that the certificate scandal was politically motivated by his opponents. Well, joining me now to discuss further is Barrister Chidi Ujoatumba, and he's a human rights lawyer and of course a social commentator. Good evening, Barrister Chidi, and welcome.
Having me once again.
Good to have you. So quickly, let's talk about this resignation. Yesterday when it was the breaking news, I talked about it with our guests, and it's a welcome development. But of course, he mentioned something very salient, that he would, most likely expect Nigerians to start coming up with emotions and say, okay, after all, he resigned. But can we look a bit at him not even accepting to take the offer in the first place when he knew that he had, some discrepancies with his certification? Do you think that we can come to a point in Nigeria where people who really do not merit a position can say, well, I don't think I want to do this because I have certain problems with my education? What's your take first?
It's very, very unfortunate. I heard, what he was saying, but that's not true. That's not really true. The issue is very, very bad. When we talk about the rot in politics, this is what we mean. Okay, when we say that the policy of APC and the policy of this current government is not really solving the problem, this is what we are talking about. Because when you pick people that are not qualified, when you pick people that are not, verifiable, and you give them a national position in the country, a minister. What about those who went through the process and became well educated and finished their class and attended NYSC and they are doing well? So, is it not government that brought out the system of education that everybody should follow before they become qualified? This should be discouraged. This should be totally discouraged. If he felt that he's not guilty or that he's not resigning because of the scandalous certificate, let him continue staying in the office. Let him continue staying in the office. Maybe he will be disgraced out of that office. See, we have come to this point and we have to heal this country. We have to heal our polity. We have to heal our society. Because there are so many brains, there are more intelligent people out there who can be verified, who are well qualified, more than him. It's not about looks, it's not about political affiliation, it's not about where you come from, it's about integrity, it's about competency, it's about due qualification and due process. That's where we are, that's where we are going to. Professionalism is the only thing that can make Nigeria take her place. So I don't agree with him that he's not guilty. If he is not guilty, let him continue to remain in office. Nigerians will bury him. They will bury him on social media. His burial will be organized on social media. Let him continue staying there. So what I'm saying in effect is that it's high time. It's high time we called a spade and not a farm implement. It's high time. Whether he admits that he's guilty or whether he admits it or not, the point I'm trying to make is that leaders should pick competent people. leaders should pick qualified people, because they are really like our servants. They are serving in capacity, and when they are serving, the taxpayers' money is what is being used to pay them salary. They are serving. Governor shouldn't pick anybody like as commissioner. President shouldn't pick anybody they see as ministers. I heard about the other time a governor who could not even call out a particular amount of money as a particular amount of money, which is also his budget, but he cannot even call it out. He was unable to mention the actual amount of money that his state wants to bring out as budget for 2025. This is where we are in Nigeria now. I mean that not only even if he has resigned, the law should take its part, because that is actually what will serve as a deterrent. The law should take its part. He lied on oath, that is perjury. He forged a certificate, that is also forgery. These are criminal offenses that if you bring it after him, probably he will
Can you hear me?
never, and none of his cronies will never ever think of lying again. If you are not for a ministerial appointment, you tell the government, you tell the society the level of your qualification. I have standard 6. I am not even educated at all. This is where I stopped in my education. Forging and falsifying certificate to aggrandize and increase your position in the society will never take us anywhere. And I am making a call for all elected appointees, all elected political officers, which they should be checked. They should be properly checked, because amazing grace, this is the reason why Nigeria is not moving forward. We are being ruled by quacks. We are being ruled by unqualified entities. We are being ruled with people who lack the slightest competency in all field of human endeavor. We are being ruled by people who don't know their onions and how to fry it very well. That's why after budgeting, after planning, after policy, nothing comes to table at the end of the day. That's why Nigerians are suffering. That's why poverty and insecurity and corruption is everywhere. That's why, because we are not being ruled by the best. We want to be ruled by the best. We have the best scattered all over the world. Why can't we bring them back? Why can't we give them chance to rule us, to show us the way? Nigeria is in day need of quality leadership. We are in day need of quality leadership.
I hear you, and everyone hears you. But let's talk about how many more, because a lot of people have said, well, if there's one bad egg, then how many more bad eggs do we have out there? And the question is, these people have had to go through some sort of screening from the...
Screening!
So...
Yeah, when you hear, amazing grace, amazing grace, amazing grace, when you hear that this Senate is a rubber stamp Senate, you have seen the seal of their stamp. Haven't you seen the seal of their stamp? This candidate now passed through Senate. The Senate has the wherewithal, the paraphernalia, the connection, the contact to verify this guy, verify his past life, verify his qualifications, verify the institution he attended, verify the certificate he tendered. Everything concerning him ought to have been verified. But it was not verified because we have a senator and senate that always think about money. We always think about how to pad how they can pad the budget. They always think about Christmas gift and bonus. They don't think about leadership. They don't think about quality leadership. I agree with you, man. There are so many of them there. If you open up this kind of worms, oh my God. Starting from ambassadorial appointments, parastatals, heads of what do you call it? Parastatals, ministers, all of them, DGs. If you open up this kind of worm, Nigeria, it will be a shocker. That's the because to be a politician here, you just have the mind to carry ballot box. To be a politician here, you don't have to go and train yourself on how to approach people very well and appease to them and know what is their problem and serve them properly. To be a politician here, you go and get guns, go and learn how to carry ballot boxes, because that is what is ready. That is the language of politicians in Nigeria. Carry the ballot box, grab the ballot box, make sure you win. This is what we are talking about. So how can a system where ballot boxes are carried, how can that system be able to cool down to select an intelligent person to be a minister? They will only bring people who have the mindset of carrying ballot boxes and shooting people during election and all the rest of them. There are so many of them there. Even in the state level, I believe that there are so many people who are not qualified, who don't know their rights from their left, who are ruling us, carrying away taxpayers' money, being paid by professors, ignorant people, unqualified people, quack people, fake people everywhere, being paid by people who are qualified, being paid with our taxpayers' money. That's what we are going through. There's so many of them there. And if Mr. President can set up a committee or something that can look at the qualification and documents tendered by all political appointees, all of them, including those who are appointed and those who are elected. There are so many of them there who are carrying fake qualification from top to bottom. We should look at them, because if we can sanitize the qualification of our leaders, I believe that it will go a long way to affect the quality of leadership that we are receiving as Nigerians at the long run. That's my take on that.
Yeah, but you mentioned a lot, and I would say to that that he who comes to justice must come with clean hands. If that job has to be done, it has to be done from top to bottom, because
from top to bottom, yes.
We had also the Chicago scandal on the president and all of that stuff. So let's talk about Nnaji going to court and having to sue the school as well. But there are really discrepancies with his certificate. I mean, how could you have served April 1985 and then have graduated July 1985? So as a lawyer, do you think that he has any grounds at all against UNN?
It doesn't make sense now. The case is dead on arrival. That case that Nnaji wants to pursue is dead on arrival. Okay, I know that his privacy requires protection to an extent, but when you think about FOI, when you think about the Freedom of Information Act, okay, when you think about that law is very, very powerful. Okay, the Freedom of Information Act is very, very powerful. It gives you access and it gives you information concerning people who are in power, concerning public figures, concerning public issues. So I don't think that what the journalists have done is, in short, if we have more investigative journalism, it will even help to sanitize this country. We should have more whistleblowers. Amazing grace. Whistleblowers will come. NPC need whistleblowers. ASOROC need whistleblowers. We should have people who will see a movement and then come out and talk. Because when they shut down everybody, when they buy the judiciary, buy executive, and buy over everybody, it's like we're having like a one-party government. Nobody can talk and nobody can say anything. The case that Nnaji wants to pursue is dead on arrival. There is nothing that he can do about it. The case might even turn against him because he lied on oath, and that is perjury. Okay, and also he falsified a certificate, and that is forgery. So these are just clear-cut criminal cases. Because he's planning to join APC tomorrow. Has he joined? I think he's supposed to join APC. Is it today or tomorrow? He think that APC will protect him from APC cannot protect him. Cannot protect him from criminal charges that will definitely master him. APC cannot save him. He better go and relax and see whether there's a way he can get other appointment that doesn't require a certificate from University of Nigeria. He should go and relax. So if he pursue that case to court, they will disgrace him. They will disgrace him. If you like, let him go and sue. Is it Prime Time or the journalist that did this? He will not get anything. University of Nigeria will liquidate him. They will not take that nonsense from him. Let him just go and rest. This case he wants to pursue is dead on arrival. He's dead on. His hands has been found right in the cookie jar. He did what they are alleging that he did. So there's nothing you can do about it. That is, if he did not do this, or probably his certificate comes out and it's authentic. Yes, we know that both the university and the people who are pursuing him are not. They're going to go in for a big one. But his hands were found in the cookie jar, red-handed. These are real life cases of perjury and falsification of result, and there's nothing he can do. He should even be ashamed. He should even be ashamed. He shouldn't be talking. He shouldn't be talking. He shouldn't be talking at all. He shouldn't just be talking. He should close his mouth, apologize, and then go home and rest. Okay? Let Mr. President appoint another person and let Nigeria move on. Yes.
Let's talk about him saying that this is politically motivated, and we know that because he's in the APC, he's some sort of, maybe we say he's some sort of what you call it again, like a challenge to the present government in Enugu State, which is of the PDP presently. Do you think that there's any atom of truth in that? Also, how do you think that this might as well affect his gubernatorial intentions in the future? Because it does seem like something's wrong with the APC. Like, everyone who gets into the APC gets forgiven. So what do you make of this? Do you think that this was politically motivated, just because he's in opposition to the PDP here in the state presently? Or do you think that, it was just an issue by chance?
I don't know, but when I was researching on this case, I found out that the investigation started since his appointment. It's not as if the thing just started overnight. The first letter written to the VC of University of Nigeria was even written since 2023, just immediately after this government came into power. So I don't know. He did not. He is not the governor of Enugu State, okay? If they say it's politically motivated, I don't know whether they started motivating it even when he was nobody. I think he was one of the governorship aspirants in Enugu State during the 2023 election. He came out under APC, if I am right. I think so. But that does not mean that this whole thing is politically motivated. But if it is also politically motivated, it is a good political motivation. Yes, it is a good one. Some things should be well politically motivated. If we see a rotten egg in the system, we should politically motivated and remove that person. You understand? So whether his removal or his whistleblowing is politically motivated, or it does not hold any water, amazing grace. The fact is that you are a forger and you have been caught. So just leave the scene. Leave the scene and save your face. That's the most important thing here. You can't be a forger and you are still there in the arena dancing and talking and making news and headline. No. You are a forger. You are a forger. Just leave the arena. Leave it. Whether it is personally or whether it is politically motivated. That's not the issue now. Nigeria, everything in Nigeria is politically motivated. The subsidy was politically, even the lack of food on our table is politically motivated. Everything in this country is politically motivated. So the political motivation is not a narration that we are new to or alien to. Anything can happen in this country. Insecurity is also politically motivated. Haven't you heard that Nigerians are the ones suffering, sponsoring those who are killing them? Everything in this country is politically motivated. So that argument does not hold water at all. Yeah. And Enugu State had been a PDP state. There was a time it was rumored that the governor wants to join APC. I don't know whether the governor still wants to join APC. Enugu State has been a PDP state since 1999, and it's not as if the governors in Enugu State have not been working, starting from Chimaroke to Sullivan. It's only Buru that did not do anything to this current one here. We have been enjoying good governance in Enugu under PDP. So I don't know why they are looking at APC, where their sins will be forgiven. I don't know whether they have committed anything. But left to me, I would have wanted this government to continue to be a PDP state. The structure of PDP in Enugu State has come to stay. The structure of PDP in Enugu State have gotten down to the grassroots. I don't know why politicians are jumping from one pole to post. Let them build policy. Let them build ideology and stay in. It's not about names. It's not about nomenclature. It's about your capacity. It's about what you are going to do. It's about what you know how to do. Yeah, that's just my point. I don't see.
I spoke to one of the governor's aides and I asked him, but he says not confirmed yet, so we can't categorically say for now.
I am urging the governor of this state not to do that because it will destabilize the state. It will put him in harm's way. There are already people in APC who want to use the party party for their own achievement. Him leaving PDP that gave him this seat and say he's going to APC because he wants to align with the president. It's not good to me, except if Mr. Governor is hiding something that we don't know. Let him stay in PDP. Yes, let him stay in PDP because of the structure because of the...
Yeah, I think we should not put the cart in front of the horse. We should allow the horse in front of the cat and see what happens. We're all watching. We're all watching. Yeah, I promise you that.
Okay.
Well, quickly, before we go, yes, there's a quick defense here on the sidelines from the Senate saying that, well, amid this forgery allegations, they screen candidates and not certificates. So what's the point of all that drama that happens on the Senate floor when they're being read out?
I don't know. I have seen screening exercises in so many, even when you are going to school, they say they want to screen you. They will ask you to bring every document, because what is screening? Screening is, who are you? I'm an engineer. I read at ESUT. That is the beginning of screening. That very statement should be screened. Did you study at ESUT? Where is your certificate? What grade or whatever did you make? This is screening. This is qualification, amazing grace. Have you seen the kind of senators that we have, that they screen the person? They didn't screen. They shouldn't say this again. No, I don't like this. So what kind of statement is this? What did you screen? If you screen the person and you did not screen certificate, what did you screen? These politicians are making Nigerians angry on daily basis. Can you imagine that they screened the man? They screened his face, his red cap, and his beard. That was what they screened. They did not screen his qualification. They did not ask questions to know whether he's competent, whether he has the will with that. Look at the position they gave him. Look at the position. Technology. Look at the position they gave somebody who is not qualified. And Nigerians are not talking. Senators, shame on our senators, okay? Shame on our senators. And if they say that they screen this guy who doesn't have a certificate, that they screen his face, what it means is that they screen his face. That is what they screen. They just look at him and gave him a very good political handshake, and he walked across. All those hula baloo, all those noise at the Senate, all those cities that they were paid to be observing people's face. This is uncalled for, amazing grace.
Right.
Where are we going to as a country? This is uncalled for. This is so bad. So bad.
Apparently, sadly, there's no line between politics and, governance. So a lot of times when people belong to a political party, it's just everything goes. So we've seen that happen over again.
Everything goes
in the APC, and it's very sad. Thank you so much for joining in tonight.
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
Politics happening in Enugu State, and of course we'll feed you back on it. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks for having me. All right.